Look at this, nothing but green all across the maps in the valley right now. On the I-17 in the North Valley, we have great driving conditions. Over there in the West Valley on the Loop 101, the Loop 303, and then the East Valley, you are good to go early this morning. We do have a little bit of traffic slowing down here on the 17 southbound Durango curve, and that's because we have that construction going on. So it starts at the curve, and then it continues to get to about 7th Avenue, and then it eases up after that. So that's what that was right there. We just saw a closer look at that, but let's go ahead and plan ahead. Let's take a look at our Futurecast for 7:30 a.m. and we will see a little bit of traffic in the North Valley on the Loop 101 heading east as you get closer to the 51 there. And of course, we'll have some busy traffic on the I-10 heading east as you approach 59th Avenue, and that'll continue towards downtown Phoenix, but this is typical. So 7:30 traffic still looks light, but we have been seeing busier traffic as you get closer to 8 a.m. So just remember that when you're heading out. And then coming up in a later report, I'm going to give you some details about some weekend closures that you need to know about. Rachel?
Thank you so much, Vanessa.
Busy traffic on the I-17 southbound near 7th Avenue here. It's live on our ADOT camera, and the reason of this is because we have construction going on, so we have some lanes that are restricted because of that, and we already have some heavy traffic early this morning. When we take a look at the maps, once you hit that curve, it's moving at 15 miles per hour. We're in the red zone, and then it eases up a little bit to the orange zone until you reach 7th Street, and then we head back to the green zone. So just remember that as you're getting ready to head out the door, and you're going to take the I-17 southbound there at the curve. When we take a look at the big picture, we have a lot of green in our maps, but coming up in our next report, I'll give you a look at our Futurecast for 7:30 a.m. so you can plan ahead. Emma?
Weird that we're already getting slowdown this early, but construction 506.
You see some busy traffic on the I-17 southbound near 7th Avenue here. It's live on the ADOT camera, and it's because we have some restricted lanes because of construction going on over there. So this is your normal commute. You know that it starts to slow down, but I didn't look at all this traffic for Friday. I thought we were going to be in Friday light mode, but then when we take a look at the maps, we're already in the orange and red zone. So this is on the I-17 southbound Durango curve. As soon as you hit the curve, and it continues until 7th Street, and then it eases up after that. You hit back to the green zone. So just remember that as you're getting ready to head out the door. When we take a look at the big picture, we have a lot of green in our map, so great driving conditions in the East Valley, in the North Valley, and then far out in the West Valley. But let's plan ahead. Let's take a look at our Futurecast for 7:30 a.m. and it looks like we are going to be in Friday light mode. We'll have a little bit of traffic in the North Valley on the Loop 101 heading east as you get closer to 7th Street, and then we'll have your typical slowdown in the West Valley on the I-10 eastbound as you approach 59th Avenue, and that'll continue towards downtown Phoenix, moving about 35 miles per hour. So remember that when you're heading out around 7:30 a.m. and I'll keep you updated if any accidents pop up this morning. Rachel?
Great advice. Thank you so much.
Morning, and we do have some busy traffic right now on the 17 southbound Durango curve as you hit the curve until you reach 7th Street because they have construction going on over there. We see a lot of red, so we have some busy traffic moving about 15 miles per hour. But that construction is going to continue this weekend, and we have a closure. So the I-17 southbound will be closed between 19th Avenue and 7th Street starting tonight at 10 p.m. It'll be lifted Monday morning at 5 a.m., and they're doing some bridge work in that area. So to get around that one, you're going to have to exit before the closure and use the surface streets. Emma?
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Vanessa.
17 southbound as you get closer to 7th Avenue. Here's a live picture from our ADOT camera. It's a clear picture of construction going on over there. Some lanes are restricted, and that's why we see some heavy traffic. So it's starting to ease up here, but once you go back here, that's where you start to see the buildup. And when you take a look at the maps, you see the buildup. The 17 southbound Durango curve hits the red zone, and it continues until you reach about 7th Avenue. Then it eases up after that, and that's the area that I just showed you. We have some heavy traffic on the I-10 eastbound as you approach 59th Avenue early this morning, and it continues till you get to the stack. Once you hit the stack, you're in the red zone. So remember that as you're heading out. For the rest of the valley, we have a lot of green, no major issues at this time. I'll keep you updated if any accidents pop up on this Friday. Rachel?
Thank you so much. We'll still
see traffic in the West Valley on the I-10 eastbound as you get closer to 43rd Avenue. Traffic is starting to build up in that area. And when we take a look at the maps, it's starting to build up as you're right there at 43rd, and it continues towards downtown Phoenix. Once you hit the stack, you hit that red zone. So you'll have some heavier traffic there. And then we also see some busy traffic on the 17 southbound Durango curve as you hit that curve all the way till 7th Street. And that's because there's some construction going on over there. So drive with caution in that area. Emma?
All right, thanks, Vanessa.
Again, it's the I-10 eastbound. It'll be closed between Avondale Boulevard and 99th Avenue. So you're going to want to exit at Avondale Boulevard, and you can either go ahead to Van Buren or you can head to McDowell to get around that one, and definitely allow yourself some extra travel time. But this is not the only major closure we have this week, and we have another one on the I-17. The I-17 southbound will be closed between 19th Avenue and 7th Street starting tonight at 10 p.m. And this one will be lifted Monday morning at 5 a.m. and it's all due to some bridge work. They're still doing some construction over there, so they're going to shut it down this weekend. Same thing, you're going to exit before the closure, use the surface streets, or you can go ahead and use the I-10 eastbound, but definitely allow yourself some extra travel time. Rachel?
Thank you.
For this morning, we do have an accident on the I-17 northbound at Jefferson Street. No major delays around this one, but still be aware of it until it's completely out of the way. We do have some busy traffic on the 17 southbound Durango curve as you get closer to 7th Avenue. We hit that orange zone. They're doing some construction over there, so that's why we see some traffic. And some busy traffic on the I-10 eastbound as you approach 59th Avenue. We're in the orange zone as well, moving at 35 miles per hour, and that continues until you get to the stack. Other than that, we have nothing but green all across the maps. Emma?
All right, sounds good.
If you're on the I-10 and you're heading eastbound, it'll be closed again between Avondale Boulevard and 99th Avenue. So you're going to exit at Avondale Boulevard. Depending on which direction you're going, you can head to McDowell or Van Buren, and definitely allow yourself some extra travel time. Use those surface streets and then get back on the I-10 after that closure. But that's not the only closure that we're looking at this weekend. The I-17 southbound will be closed between 19th Avenue and 7th Street starting tonight at 10 p.m. This one will be lifted on Monday morning at 5 a.m. as well, and it's all due to that bridge work. They're still doing construction there right now, but they're going to shut it down. So same thing, use the surface streets to get around that one, or you can go ahead and use the I-10 eastbound. Then we have one more over here, major closure. It's a Loop 101 westbound. It'll be closed between 56th Street and the 51. And then the Loop 101 westbound on-ramps will be closed at Scottsdale Road and 64th Street. This one starts tonight at 10 p.m. too, and it'll continue to Monday morning at 5 a.m. This has been going on for a while now, so go ahead and use the surface streets to get around this one and allow yourself some extra travel time. So a lot going on this weekend, Rachel.
Ooh, a lot to cover, Vanessa. Thank you.